This is not a video about a car. This is a video about patience, persistence, and attitude. This is a video about learning to trust the process. A video about self-care. Get a drink, grab a snack, open your mind, and quickly, a word from this video sponsor. I got sponsored by a company called Kove. Kove makes this awesome speaker that they sent me. I just said awesome, terrible descriptor. Kove didn't even reach out to me. I reached out to them because I needed a Bluetooth speaker, and Kove makes Bluetooth speakers. This speaker has changed the way that I work. My favorite parts about this speaker are that they break in half and you can have stereo audio. This is like the coolest thing. I use this at work all the time. I'll put one half on my desk on one side and one half on the other side of my workbench, and that way when I walk back and forth and I'm working on cars, I constantly hear music. Between its powerful subwoofers, its 33 feet of range, and its 7+ hours of battery life, this thing plays the entire time I'm at work, and I haven't had it die on me once yet. If you guys want to get your hands on a Kove speaker, click the link down below. It is an affiliate link. I do make 20% commission on each speaker sale. I just want to be super transparent with you guys. You are supporting the channel by buying Kove speakers. If you click the link down below and use my code, you'll get 65% off and you'll be supporting the channel. So thank you guys so much. Thank you to Kove, and let's get into the video. So the story begins with me buying my S2000 in October. It's a 2002 Honda S2000 AP1, and I've always wanted one of these. I love the cars growing up, and I finally have one. I buy the car in October, and only about a month later, it starts misfiring. It's not anything you can feel while driving. It's not even present while driving. Anytime the engine's under load, the misfire is not there. It's only at idle or extremely low load. So with that said, this misfire has literally been around for 6+ months. Honestly, like 8 months, basically since I owned the car. You might be saying, John, how can you allow a misfire to go on for 8 months? Well, it's not like I wasn't doing anything. I just wasn't putting it on YouTube. I've tried so many things to fix this misfire. I've tried cleaning the injectors. I've tried ohming out coil packs. I've tried ohming out can sensors. I've tried valve adjustments. I've tried everything in the book, boys, without spending money. And finally, it came time to start getting serious about fixing this issue. Not only was the car misfiring, it was also leaking oil from the time of purchase, and it was burning oil. So the S2000's fricked, and I gotta fix it. It's time. It's my daily. I need it to be reliable. I gotta fix it. Now, I read online that a lot of people have problems with the injectors in the AP1s, so my big smooth brain first thought was, let's buy a $30 set from eBay. That'll be good. We'll throw those in, it'll be perfect. In all seriousness, my idea here was like, it's either gonna fix it and it's gonna be great, or they're just not gonna work. It's 30 bucks, I'll get my money back, doesn't matter. So now we're on to plan B. Brand new OEM injectors from Honda are 150 bucks a piece. So for a set of 4, we're looking at 500 bucks. Not really something I wanna gamble on. I'm mentally beat, I'm exhausted at this point, and the car is just kicking my ass. Everything I try doesn't work, and at this point I gotta spend a bunch of money to see if something's going to. So in a last ditch YOLO move, I find a website that parts out S2000s. God bless their souls, I can't believe that that exists. I found an entire fuel rail assembly for sale for only 180 bucks shipped. Perfection. I couldn't believe it. That was the biggest win I'd taken in several months. Like seriously, best thing ever. Misfire's gone. I don't have to hear it. I don't have to worry about the car. And you know what? It's time for celebration. On to the next issue. So, car's leaking oil. It's been leaking oil since I got it. Tried several things. Tried VTEC solenoid gaskets, you know, tried resealing that. Tried some stuff with the oil filter. I tried inspecting the hoses that are on the oil cooler. Nothing seems to be working to fix the oil leak. Again, very frustrating. I'm mentally beat from the process. Like I'm so sick of it. In another YOLO move, I decided to just replace the timing chain tensioner seals.
Oh fuck.
It was like a total of like $9 in parts from Honda. Replaced those, and it fixed it. Apparently it's a very common leak on Hondas, so that makes sense that it was leaking, and I'm glad that it fixed it, because that was a pain in the ass. And here we are. we're on to the final boss, the big kahuna. How do we get it to stop burning oil? The earlier years of the Honda S2000 has an oil burning issue due to valve seals getting old and expanding, and they get bad and they leak oil into the cylinders. So I've never done this before. I'm super nervous, but nonetheless, I reserve an entire weekend to get started on the project.
Section like got a few mil, but not all of them.
Whole setup out of here. Wow, look at that. That's a valve spring and a retainer. And now I just gotta give it the seal. Oh, first one out. That might be it right there, boys. Let's see. So far, everything's great. Everything's working out. We did run into one issue. I was planning on replacing the intake side valve retainers because the intake side valve retainers on earlier S2000s crack and fail and drop valves into cylinders. I didn't realize that the new retainers required a proprietary keeper, so I couldn't install them. They just didn't fit right. So that was a bummer. But all my intake side valve retainers were not cracked under inspection, so we're good. Just threw them all back in. I'm cranking. You know, it's been a couple hours. It's been a hard day. It's like 90 degrees outside, and I'm gonna have the job done. I'm gonna have it done in probably like 30, 40 minutes. No problem, right? Wrong. What you just saw was a valve keeper, something that's like this big, being dropped down an oil passage of an F20C, the Honda S2000 motor. Oh man, guys, that was a kill shot for sure. I was done. I'm done at that point. I'm like, that's it. It's over. It's a brick. I'm done. Who wants to buy an S2000? I tried sticking a magnet down the oil passage. No luck. I tried draining the oil with the car jacked up on a really weird angle to see if the keeper would drain out with the oil. No luck. Tried compressed air down the oil passage. Nothing. Tried dumping fresh oil down the oil passage to wash it out. Nothing. So I gotta drop the oil pan. Thank God that this is a Miata Plus, so there's no subframe under the oil pan, and I was just able to unbolt it and drop her straight down. It was just seriously blessing from God how easy that oil pan was to remove. So I borrow a car to take to work the next day. I come home, I get home at 6 o'clock after a long day of working at Mercedes, grinding on cars. We had like 140 appointments that day. We were slammed. And I get home and I just start grinding. I got the whole thing put back together, put in the cams, you know, time the cams, put in the cams, and car started. First try. Let's go! Took it out for a drive, felt good. And the next morning I get in the car to go to work, and crank no start. Okay. Shit. I need like an hour to get to work in the morning. Thank God my girlfriend rescued me by bringing me a car to use for the day. But holy shit. Dude, you know, there's a certain point when you've been kicked in the nuts so many times that like, I don't even know where I was going with that joke, but dude, there's just a point in time where you just need a break. So I took a day off from the car, and then I had a day off from work. So I spent that day off. I was gonna retime the cams because I know that S2000s, if they're off by one tooth cam timing wise, they'll start the first time. The cam sensors are like, oh shit, something's wrong. And then the ECU won't let the car start after that. I'm out in the garage, it's hot out, I'm retiming the cams. No problem, easy peasy job, just shifting it by one tooth. And then this happened. So guys, this is a bummer that I wasn't filming, but this is a cam cap holder bolt. And you'll notice that half of it is missing because half of it is in there.
Are you here? So John takes you back.
So here's that bolt up close, right? Missing a good chunk. And there it is. This was the moment that I honestly feel changed my life. I have never experienced a feeling like this from a car before, ever in my whole life. And I think that I truly learned something new from this experience. A bolt snapping in a cylinder head like that is something that you don't just brush off normally. That's something where you're like, holy shit, this is that's a worst case Ontario situation. And for some reason, I didn't get pissed. I didn't get sad. I didn't get discouraged. I didn't get mad, nothing. It just happened. And I walked away from the car for like 5 seconds. I just turned around. I did one of these. Just turned around. I walked away. I just stood there for a second and I said, holy shit. And then I turned back around. I walked back up to the engine bay and I looked inside and I said, I'm driving this car to work tomorrow. I don't give a shit. And that was the moment that changed my life, boys. Like, I honestly, it sounds so cheesy. It sounds so fake, but I can't even tell you, like, that moment changed my life because the process to go from what just happened, like I would have been done in 5 minutes. I was just torquing down cam bolts, valve cover goes back on, done. I would have been done in 5 minutes, but that happened. So I had to find a new bolt. I had to go pick it up. Shout out Rudd's Racing out in Elk Grove Village, Illinois. They took over Old 16. Rudd's Racing, his name's DJ. Absolute kick-ass dude. I'll leave his information in the description down below. He's got an Instagram. Here it is. Got a bolt from DJ. Went to Home Depot, got a new drill because my brother took his drill back, so I didn't have a drill. And I got a bolt extractor. And you know what? The entire time I was driving around, it was probably a 2-hour process. I was smiling. I was happy. I was jamming to tunes. I knew it was going to be fine. It's just a car. And you know what? It's going to get fixed. It's fine. It's totally fine. Yeah, it's more work, but that's part of the process. And at the end of the day, it's just a car. It's not a person. It was just such a beautiful moment, and I felt so free. Like, seriously, I felt like this weight was just gone. It felt like a weight I'd been carrying for years, honestly. It was the weirdest thing. So I came home, and guess what? This is the power of positive energy right here. My mom always talks about it. I'm out of focus, holy shit. Any of you guys who follow me on Instagram saw like this happening. You guys saw this go down live on my Instagram. And you guys saw just like, I'm in such a good mood. I was even before this came out, like it broke. And you know what? This happening was the reality check that I needed, boys, because at the end of the day, they're just cars. And this was a worst case Ontario situation. And you know what? The power of positive energy made this happen. I manifested this. I said I'm driving this car to work tomorrow. I don't give a shit. Fuck yeah, boys. Fuck yeah. First freaking try. First try. It came out. No problem. Oh my God. It was the most beautiful moment. So I put it all back together, got the car running and driving, got out on the road. No misfires, no oil leaks, and no more burning oil. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But I think you guys probably understand what I mean now. There's no reason to let yourself get worked up over something that happens with a car. Yes, it's more work. Yes, it's probably a huge inconvenience, but we choose this hobby for a reason, and it's fun. It's enjoyment. It's supposed to be fun. And you know what? Sometimes that challenge of fixing a problem like that is the fun part. So at the end of the day, when I think about things like my turbo LS VTEC Civic cracking all 4 pistons right after its fresh rebuild and dyno tune, I was absolutely devastated at the time. And you know, you guys came through. You guys seriously, I credit most of everything for that car to you guys. It's ridiculous how helpful you guys were during that process. I still don't have the motor back, but I am so optimistic for the future, and I am so grateful to have learned this valuable piece of information and this valuable lesson. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm gonna end this one. I hope this video made an impact on your life. Maybe you're somebody who is working on a car as we speak, and you're having crazy issues with it as well, and you're getting frustrated and you wanna just can the thing and throw it in the freaking garbage can. But hear me out. Don't. Be patient, be persistent, and guess what? Plan, commit, execute, and attain your goals, boys, because you can do it, and it's just a car. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. I hope it's Turbo Civic content because I'm itching to work on that thing. Now, if you're like me, you constantly try to fix your car, but it actually makes it worse. Smash that like button. Now, if you're like me, you try to fix your car all the time, but you actually end up just breaking a bunch of other shit. Smash that like button.